What has come out lately? Oh yeah, I've been wanting to try out Cyber Shadow. Let's try it. Here's another retro type game. Let's see if it's any better. It's from Yacht Club Games. It's got to be good, right?
Oh, nice. I would hope they have a little bit of discretion in choosing what they publish.
Hopefully.
Speaking of retro, Indie Gala has all the old Leisure Suit Larrys for free right now.
For free?
Yeah.
Would you post the link in our Discord deals channel? That'd be nice.
That was the only game that I ever played. It was, yeah.
I actually kickstarted the remake of the first Leisure Suit Larry because they recently remade it. You know, like I don't know, 7-8 years ago. They kickstarted it and then it came out and I was pretty pleased with it. I thought they did a good job.
Oh, good.
Yeah, there's a couple on PlayStation 4 and 5 I noticed, but I think the newer ones aren't allowed to have nudity or something.
Yeah,
and like,
they're just not the same.
Yeah, like if it's not ballsy enough to go full rated R, then it kind of eliminates the point of being a sex comedy game to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll post.
I mean, I would never play it. It's not my type of game, but the titles crack me up.
Yeah, and they usually have a good sense of humor, so I do like that about it. Yeah, the only one. I was just gonna say the only one I actually played through is the remake of the first game, but I did enjoy the whole thing. You were gonna say, Damien?
I was posting. Here's number 5, Passionate Patty. There's the link, and then if you go through there, you can find the other games off of it.
Interesting. And here we go. This seems to be modeled a little bit after Ninja Gaiden or something like that. It's great
Just
to see.
a little bit. A robotic Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. The master's in desperate need of help.
With some Mega Man with capsule pickups.
Yeah, I guess so. So this one actually is NES style. Like this, what we're seeing right now could totally be done on the NES.
Do you think so?
Except maybe it might be doing a little too much color, but sprites-wise and background-wise.
Yeah, the colors are like too impressive.
Super Nintendo could do that.
For sure.
Oh yeah, for
Well, I
sure.
think Super Nintendo could have done most of the last one.
Agreed. Like, just the waterfall effects is maybe a little fancy for it, maybe.
Yeah.
But oh, what does this say? Read. Stasis chamber log file. Subject beta release. Last recorded. Okay, that didn't tell me anything important. There we go. I like the sword swinging, which again, it's also kind of like Strider or Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, it does look like a Strider.
Actually, I was watching an old Super Nintendo commercial, and it was like Paul Rudd was in it.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, I gotta find the video. I was like,
Neat.
yeah, what the heck?
I love Paul Rudd. He was... Yeah, and he was so good on the Conan show. Whenever he'd go on there and show that crazy scene from Mac and Me, I always get a kick out of that.
Yeah, hold on, here it is. Yeah, is he? Super.
Now we got some parallax scrolling. Less likely to occur on the NES, but it did. Some games did have it. You can't duck in this. It's a little weird that you can't duck. One less thing to worry about, I guess.
Posted it there.
Oh,
There's
thanks.
the link. Yeah, no problem. So that's listening to me on.
Maybe you could post it in Discord
Yeah, I can
too.
do that too. Where should I do it? Stream
Yeah.
replay? No. Miscellaneous?
Yeah, miscellaneous would be good.
You won't get
Ah.
heavily modded for posting something in this site.
Not well.
Come
People
at
have
me,
been.
bro.
There's that guy who's advertising the Bomberman tournament. We need to
Yeah.
start.
Who's that? How did you get in?
Super Rio invited him. It's like, okay, I'm interested in the tournament in general, whether or not I participate, but it doesn't mean you need to post about it so much.
Right.
Because I'm probably the only one on the whole server who's even interested in it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play.
Aw. Didn't you have fun when we all played, though, Tyler?
Yeah, it was alright.
Did I tell you, Konami...
I didn't win that.
Oh. Well,
More fun for the conversation.
I feel like you got pretty far... Yeah, the conversation was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk.
Yeah, because you shut off all the cool powers, so I didn't get my character.
Well, those same powers can work against you very easily, trust me. But I was gonna say...
Great power comes great responsibility.
We'll probably do another Super Bomberman stream in about 2 or 3 months, so hopefully we can have great participation again like we did before. Of course, we'll let everyone know in the newsletter, and we'll mention it on stream a few weeks in advance. But Konami was really fun to work with. Like, their PR guy is a very nice guy, so I'm lucky for that. And they gave us codes for another Konami game called Skell Attack. Have you heard of that one, you guys?
There's like Skellamania, Skelettack, there's like all these weird indie games that have this Skella theme. So I probably maybe have heard of it, but I can't remember which one it is.
It's a good-looking action platformer. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really know about the game, but it looks good in screenshots. And the
Going
codes...
through PlayStation sales, there's like 5 different Skella games in that game.
Yeah, and you know, on Switch, there's Skullboy... What was that Skullboy game we played? Skullboy Resurrected, or I forget
Yeah,
what it was.
something like that.
The Zelda-type game that I reviewed.
And I see I don't need my own channel, thanks.
I don't know, you're a pretty likable guy.
As Bull says, SEZ.
He's like, well, I had to give that up after I got in trouble for hooking up with all those teenage girls. Oh, Spazpol.
What?
I know. I was like, where did that come from?
I don't know. It's been happening to YouTubers and such lately. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah, please. Thank God when I was in college there was Friendster, which is already like defunct. And by the time I graduated Facebook, I wasn't on Facebook, so my past shouldn't come back to haunt me.
Oh, how come you haven't added me on Facebook, Mr. Fancy Spazpol?
It's a two-way street. Why haven't you added me?
He's too busy.
You know my last
with-
name. Do I know your last name? I'm not sure I do.
I think I found you on LinkedIn anyway, so.
Okay, but LinkedIn doesn't count. Does anyone ever actually go there when they're not doing work things?
Even when I'm doing one, only people that go there are like sales.
Yeah, and there's...
I
they do for a
seriously
living.
don't.
But I mean, like, I have a lot of industry connections there, games industry connections, but other than that, there's not very much point to it for me. For a long time, they were emailing me job recommendations, even if I didn't want them. I think they stopped, I forget. But it was getting annoying. What is that, a checkpoint? It must be a checkpoint. So I'm going to say that this game is, so far, more enjoyable, and it's not confusing, and I like that about it. I don't need to be confused for an hour while I play a game.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it
I mean,
anything
it's real,
that just
it's real
is-
straightforward, but I mean that's what like those old kind of games were.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't about exploring; it was about surviving. This one maybe doesn't look too tough, but they might get there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting hit here at this boss fight.
This is the
but-
boss, right?
Yeah. It
Okay.
is definitely a boss, playing cool boss music. Ah,
Aw.
I died. Let's try that again. There's a checkpoint, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
You go linked to look at OL. What do you mean by OL? If I know what he means.
I don't know. I was in opportunity leads. I don't know. I'm a sales guy, so yeah, I have my life's on LinkedIn. It's
Yeah.
basically finding people that I'm going to go harass about, like, hey, let me talk to you about data science and machine learning.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
that's what I like. Cause I worked in a contact center. Can I tell you about our contact center systems? We have
Yeah, I did it.
You're like,
leave me
nope. Office ladies.
Oh, that's what he
Architect.
means. Office ladies. It probably. Yep.
Oh,
So.
Icky.
That's our Icky. Usually he's picky Icky.
Picky icky.
He's
So-
not so picky today.
Yeah, not today. As long as they work in an office.
Like an office lady.
And if they're a lady or kind of ladylike, that's good enough.
Yeah, unfortunately in my world I've been a home office now for 12 years, so the only office lady's my wife.
Aw.
That's best one.
Yep.
What?
Wives are pretty cool to have.
Just make sure she's not watching it. You're good.
Of course not, she has no interest in this.
Aw.
Do you
Well,
care
gee,
if I
that makes me
stream
feel
tonight?
great.
No. Are you gonna listen? No. Okay.
You have some fun conversations now and then. Oh, what
We do.
Ooh, look, I got like a blue flame sword now.
Trust
Ice
me,
or
after
something.
17 years, she's heard it all.
Aw. Is there... Well, oops. So, Spazpol, have you watched the Netflix Transformers show?
No. Is that
pretty
like
good.
live action like the movies, or is it?
No, it's computer animated, but but very good looking. I mean, it looks like the games, you know, the newer games that it's based on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually a really good show. I mean, the characters, the voice actors do a good job of sounding like the original voice actors. They don't sound just like them, but close enough. And I don't know, it's respectful and cool. Brandy and I were talking about the new He-Man show. You know, there's that Kevin Smith He-Man show. And people who like He-Man really don't like that show, it turns out.
My cousin was telling me about it. He's like, man, this didn't hit the mark at all for He-Man fans.
Yeah, because...
I guess they made some real bizarre decisions that a lot of them would not build it.
Yeah, I mean, like, they kill He-Man twice in the 5 episodes they have.
Yeah, I heard.
So it's like,
That's what
oh yeah,
you're-
He-Man fans really want to see the character killed over and over. Like, it's just... It feels like Kevin Smith really doesn't like He-Man, you know, sort of like a Zack Snyder Superman movie, perhaps.
It's what Ethan said.
Yeah, and Ethan exaggerates a lot, but he claims that Kevin Smith is on record as not liking He-Man. I can believe that, given how weirdly he handled his opportunity to update it for adults. This part's hard. If I had some kind of ranged attack...
There you go.
Okay, there we go. What does that do? By the way, when I killed that boss, I should have gotten an achievement. I did not get an achievement, so this game is going to be achievement stingy, it turns out. But I would like to know, like, when I get to one of these checkpoints, is it actually saving? Because I don't want to keep playing right now. But this is darn fun, and this is much more my thing than a bad Metroidvania game. Oops. Or one that you need a guide for. I mean, if you followed a guide, you know, if we'd looked up solutions online or something, maybe we would have been fine with that other game, but
that
who
just
knows?
takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, games should have played with a guide.
Yeah.
Unless you're
Especially
just
not-
going for a contest to get achievements really quick.
Yeah, and I mean, modern games, you know, like, sure, if it was a real NES era game, the fact that you need a guide, that wouldn't be so unusual.
Right.
But...
Yeah.
Oh well,
that didn't make them any more fun. There were like lots of NES games that were virtually unplayable. With that guide.
You're right. It was just like, well, this isn't even very... Yeah, you'd rent it and you'd have a sour time with it. And
Yeah,
that
even
was...
the Legend of Zelda, the original Legend of Zelda could fall into that category.
Yeah, I mean, like, the core gameplay is quite fun, but actually knowing where to go without a guide would be impossible at times.
Virtually impossible.
Yeah. Although, but they also expected people... You know, like, NES owners and people who were subscribed to Nintendo Power, it was like a very high crossover.
Right, yeah, that's true.
So you'd have your Nintendo Power and it would give you lots of good advice, and it didn't feel like they were cheating you or anything. It was just like, oh, cool. But
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, okay. So this part's a little hard, but we're ready to wrap it up anyway. So thanks for hanging out with us a little bit longer, everybody. This has been Cyber Shadow, and it was pretty fun. What's next week's game? Oh yeah, next week we'll be playing
Golfing with something.
Golfing with nuclear bombs.
Nice.
Golf Club Wasteland, specifically, is what it's called. So, yeah. Once again, it's great hanging out with all of you dudes. Thank you for the few people who stuck with us. We'll see you next week.
See you guys.